Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Crazy Zach, and I'm bringing you all the hits and misses here in Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. If you remember last time, we found out that there was a spy camera in the Big Bear's eye. Scraps, what have you been doing? No, we don't know why it's been doing that, or, for what reason. So now we have to figure out more stuff. And you know what that means. It's time to get back into all those characters. So, here we go. March 22nd, 9:14 p.m., Gatewater Hotel, Corda's hotel room.
It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edwards has already found Mystic Maya.
These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professional, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay.
You're right.
Oh, Pearls, you look so sad. So, the real person who killed Mr. Corda was...
that assassin, Mr. Shelley the Killer, right?
And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who's the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who is his client?
You mean, who asked for the murder?
That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever this client is, they're still a killer.
Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews?
I wonder. If she was the client, why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself?
But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then... no, it can't be.
Matt Ungard himself.
If Mr. Ungard really did hire the assassin?
And he is not innocent at all. Far from it. He would be guilty of the crime.
But it can't be Mr. Ungard, right? I mean, when we first talked to him... Mr. Ungard...
sorry. Mr. Ungard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Corda? Alright, just so we're clear, dude, I didn't kill anyone. And that includes Juan Corda, okay? Like, brah. I didn't see any Cyclops at that time. Actually, that reminds me.
Did you remember something, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting.
So, what is this interesting thing?
Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? Juan had bet everything on Jam and Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway. It looks like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. I love the fact that I can just be silly with some of these.
Mr. Ungard's secret? What is the secret?
I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Corda was going to reveal this secret. That means Mr. Ungard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Corda silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Ungard. There's no way around it. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel hallway.
Wow. It really is getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. We still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of the secret Mr. Corda held about Mr. Ungard and Miss Andrew's real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight.
But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center?
I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. Hey, wait!
What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed a strange device for who knows what reason. I was told to use it to search the whole hotel.
That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made.
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. But the risk came from Eddie Pooh, so...
Edgeworth.
And he said...
If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer.
So I'm gonna feel free to direct all my anger towards you.
Gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are.
This is absolutely top secret, so you better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents.
Very interesting.
I'm sure it was, you know. It was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around about my dear Juan.
Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Corda.
I'll let you in on another secret, youngin'. I know who planted the spy camera. It was that obnoxious puppy-head photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself. As if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too.
Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change.
I don't know exactly. I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet it had nothing good.
But I didn't say anything.
So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, there were something of a refreshing pair, those two.
Oh?
I'll tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager? Who are you talking about? You don't know? That manager woman Juan had. It's a shame she killed herself, though.
Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impax, Miss Andrews' mentor, right?
Yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know.
Married? You mean to Mr. Corda?
Really, you young kids today, don't you know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement.
3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the...
Why would Miss Impact want to kill herself? She was going to get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan.
What?
But they were going to get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held such a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage.
Is that true?
It was in the weekly magazines. But why? Why did he do that? That was not in the magazines, unfortunately.
I see.
That night, after Juan called off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, killed herself.
That's true? Fuck you, Juan. How terrible.
I wonder what happened between those two.
Oh, I won't know. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel lobby. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. It looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. March 22nd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department.
It feels sort of tainted here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened.
Yo, Mr. Edgeworth's a lawyer, right?
Yes, sir?
Well, the father found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness.
Decisive witness? You mean for the Ungard case?
We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth.
What's Edgeworth up to now?
Who is this witness?
I think you know the person quite well, Mr. Lawyer.
Mr. Nick?
Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here.
Oh, yeah. Miss Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something.
He did?
Even though visit hours are long over at the detention center, they wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go.
I don't know why he's Australian, but he's Australian.
What?
I've already called them, so they know. There you go, I'll go talk your heart's content.
Thank you very much.
This is such good news, Mr. Nick.
Don't talk to your heart's content. Them police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. I didn't get to read the statement. I just sort of pressed the button, so whatever it said. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Ungard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear first? Let's talk to Matt first.
Dude, it's Mr. Wright. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow.
I'm counting on you, bro. I hope so, too. Edwards just dropped a bombshell on me by saying how Juan Corda was killed by an assassin, and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt Ungard. What's wrong, dude? Mr. Ungard, there's something I must know with 100% certainty. Huh? You've got it different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. Yeah, go fuck yourself, man. Okay, look. About the press conference. You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up at the Nickel Samurai? Yeah. I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews.
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
Could you please fill me in on what this secret is, please? Jesus! I knew this was coming.
Mr. Nick? Don't tell me.
You Cyclops. You said a secret, right? Well, I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Great. Did you know anything about Mr. Corda and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it was all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Corda. Her mentor was Mr. Corda's manager, and Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impact's suicide note from him. Celeste. Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat.
Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it a kind of pea like green peas?
Let's go eat one later, okay? I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay? Mr. Ungard, are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? March 22nd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. I don't know who that is, so... Oh, Mr. Fitzroy, you have to have my place. Uh-oh. Oh, shit, Mr. Powers?
What happened? Why are you here?
You see, I got roped into this somehow.
What?
And now I'm gonna testify at tomorrow's trial. So the deciding witness is, I forgot his voice, is Mr. Powers? I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home. But all of a sudden, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here. Uh-oh. Look at my face and whole self, and Joe looks suspicious or something. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? I don't know. Let's talk to you. So, about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about? I really don't know yet, but it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You saw something important? What was it? Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, especially not that lawyer, he said.
Who do you think is that lawyer the detective we're talking about?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Nick? Mr. Maya and myself are the only two allies in this whole world. But it's all right.
Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? This is gonna do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going. But what is he really like? Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say it's just a game to justify himself. If that is exactly what he's like, fuck him. Women are not a game to be played.
What? How horrible! That's unforgivable!
Ow! Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me. One person who wouldn't swoon over him. His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews. Why is Mr. Power suddenly looking kind of energetic? You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities and their world have this dazzling sort of image, right? A dazzling sort of image. But aren't you part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers? No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly British kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about lots of other stars around me as things happen. Well, that's true. Oh, hey! So, did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide? You mean Miss Impacts?
We heard something about how her wedding was canceled?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on. Good! Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin is practically glowing with electricity. Sure. Hey, so, have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it. Yeah, we heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she'd left a note. Oh, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan? That is,
Something bad for Mr. Coyer?
Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her other friends. And she said, it looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man. A truly insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Corda by that? Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be the reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you. You're welcome. Mr. Ungard and Miss Andrews, they're both at a detention center right now. There's still things I don't understand or know, I'm sure. I have to get two of them to tell me everything. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight.
Me? I thought your client was Matt.
I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about the secret Mr. Corda had on Mr. Ungard. I'd like to ask you about Matt Ungard, if you don't mind.
Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean.
You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Ungard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival?
That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing.
God damn it, everything you about you has to do with something with this case, you stupid bitch. About Miss Celeste Impacts.
I finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one, who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back and to burn it.
You wanted to burn it? But why?
I didn't want it to spread just like another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid.
Suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why did you try to frame Mr. Ungard?
That's simple. Because he's the killer. That's why. Isn't the duty of every good citizen to inform the police?
But there had to be another way.
The police are excellent doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right?
Yeah, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death.
Miss Andrews?
Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason, so please tell me why you did what you did.
Revenge.
Huh? Did you say something just now?
She got one lock on her. A psych lock, huh?
Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy.
But
I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say, revenge.
Mr. Nick, your phone!
Hey, that's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous. Yeah, I know. Hello? We're in trouble now, pal. I'll be back at the office real soon. What's wrong? Something really unexpected something really unexpected just happened. Mr. Edgeworth, Edgeworth. Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal. I don't know what's going on and stuff. Hello? He got cut off.
What's going on, Mr. Nick?
Grouchy said we need to get back to the office right away.
Then we should hurry back.
I'm scared to go back.
What are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Pull yourself together.
Maybe it'll be good news. Somehow, I doubt that. And we're gonna have to find out what that news is next time. Next time, we are gonna go back to the office. We're gonna find things out, and we are gonna do things the fun way. And I hope you guys will join me for that. In the meantime, folks, do you want to catch these episodes live? and in living color 2 weeks before they air right here on this very YouTube channel? I am sure you do, and that's why every Saturday from 4 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you want to head over to that Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TCWCrazyZaku, to check out every episode live as they're being recorded, so that way you can see what I'm doing 2 weeks in ahead. In the meantime, folks, my name is CrazyZaku. I brought you all the hits and misses here in Let's Play Phoenix Wright Justice for All. Please share this video with your friends, your family, your loved ones, your enemies, and everyone in between. Drop a DDT on that like button and cover for the 3. Smack that subscribe button like it owes you some money. Tingle that bell wherever it happens to be to stay up to date with all of our adventures in and out of the courtroom. And I will see you guys later. Later.